Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I hope you guys enjoy. Today I was at Starshine Ranch at an auction. At the auction there was a 7-year-old off-the-track thoroughbred. He was clearly very stressed out. This series of bucking, bolting, and suddenly stopping went on for a while until the rider eventually fell off. During all this, the horse was running loose in the round pen until more people came in to try to catch him. They struggled greatly for some time. Eventually, they caught him and he got led away, sold to me for $1,000. At this point, I'm coming to the realization that I have no clue why I actually ever bid on this horse. He was so green and was only trained to run around the track at full speed. I figured because he was so cheap, he had been dumped because of a medical reason. He was a little nervous loading onto the trailer, but eventually got in. By the time we got home, it was already dark. Once I got him in the round pen at home, I thought he would sure be tired, except of course he wasn't. For the next few days, we were simply working on ground manners and basics. I also gave him his first bath since the auction, which he really enjoyed since he was so dirty. I also started teaching him some basic liberty, not getting antsy when I put on the saddle. I eventually started walking him around the barn with the only extra race saddle I could find in the storeroom, and that came with its own problems. After we could calmly go on a trail ride without any spooks or rears, we started working in the round pen. This took about 2 weeks, so I knew that this was going to be a long process. He knew some very basic riding commands, but other than that, it was very hard to get him to stay calm. I started working him in the walk and making sure that he knew what I was asking him for. Sometimes he would get frustrated, so I would have to remind him that it's okay to make mistakes. After this, things really started clicking at the walk, so I started to work with the trot. I was proud of all the work that we had done in the walk, because the trot started to really click very easily. I noticed that he liked half pads, specifically gel pads. I decided that later on I would teach him how to be comfortable in a saddle pad in a real saddle, not a racing saddle. About 3 to 4 weeks in our training, we had our first canter. Soon after our first canter, I started taking him to the other arenas that my boarding facility had available.
Got the kick.
Same week, I started to teach him simple lead changes. I also learned how not to rush them, suddenly become imbalanced. It's now May, the 2-month mark from when I bought him from the auction. Decided to start introducing him to jumping. First, he was a little skeptical, but once I gave him a pat and told him that he was a good boy, he very easily trusted me. For jumping, we have been working on trot pools, but unfortunately, my mom never filmed these. So we had some refusals, except once I would lead him around in a circle, he would jump it. We then started training at night and cantering courses. One of my favorite parts about this whole thing is that I love going on trail rides with all my friends. I even love going for brisk gallops in the hills, especially while riding bareback. Started showing him scary things like bridges, cows, and sheep. Started to majorly improve on our jumping, and I am planning on taking him to his first show very soon, and then selling him to a loving family. There you have it. I trained an off-the-track thoroughbred in under 2 months to be a successful hunter. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys soon. Bye!